Marcela Rodriguez-Gonzalez fondly remembers her childhood in Mexico City. The youngest of three sisters, Marcela's father was her connection to a world filled with trips to museums, concerts, and the theater.
We went to see the Phantom of the Opera, and I saw the chandelier flying, and to me that was a moment that changed my life. I realized theater is full of magic, and I wanted to do that.
One of her favorite activities was music. Her church invited members to audition for a new band.
So we had like 10 drummers, 15 guitars, 0 electric bass players. So I'm like, oh, I will play the bass. They're like, do you know how to play the bass? Absolutely not, but I learned. I love the music.
Throughout her undergraduate years, Rodriguez-Gonzalez was undecided about what profession to pursue.
I found the major of communication and digital media, and I felt like that was a good choice for me because I could do a little bit of everything. So I did filmmaking, TV, radio, PR, marketing, social media.
Rodriguez-Gonzalez decided to study abroad in theater. Her research for a high-quality collegiate program and faculty led her to the University of Central Missouri.
I was so excited, and I had to enroll for my classes, and Dr. Herman's class was full. I was heartbroken, so I just showed up to his office the first day of classes, and I'm like, hello, my name is Marcela, I come from Mexico City, I need to take your class. And he said yes. So I made it. I studied with him for a semester, and then I realized, Warrensburg was such a nice city. It completely changed my life, seeing all the international students, all the activities, and just being in another country, learning in another language. It was just a very rich experience.
Following college, Rodriguez-Gonzalez worked as a video editor at Univision in Mexico. In 2014, 43 education students were abducted and murdered in southern Mexico. The shocking attacks motivated Marcela to make a career change.
I started learning about the condition of other children and youth in Mexico, especially in under-resourced areas, and it inspired my desire to use the arts as a tool for social change. So I started looking for places where I could get my master's degree. And then I remembered the great experiences I had at UCM, so I wanted to go back.
Marcela's return to UCM brought her back to the place and the people she loved during her study abroad experience. Dr. Herman continued his role as a supportive faculty mentor, and she thrived in the program.
I moved to Warrensburg in 2015. As part of my requirements to graduate my program, I had to do 2 library papers. So my first one was titled Theater for Change as a Method to Empower Mexican Youth, which I was connecting the story of these 43 students I previously mentioned and how we could use theater techniques to help educate marginalized communities.
During her graduate study, Rodriguez-Gonzalez noticed there wasn't a student group for Latinos. So she founded SOLD, the Student Organization of Latinos. She graduated in 2017 with a Master of Arts in Theater. Her academic work would soon become a blueprint for a future position as a community builder, idea maker, and educator. She accepted an apprenticeship with Cleveland Playhouse, and within 2 months, a larger opportunity arose.
It was 2 after-school programs in 2 of our communities with a large Hispanic population. My role there was to create after-school programs tailored to the needs of those communities. It was in 2017 in the fall when Hurricane Maria happened. We had 45 families from Puerto Rico that were displaced. I saw an opportunity there because all our programs were in English. So I started the first bilingual programs at Cleveland Playhouse. And using the theater, we taught the students how to speak English, but also their parents. So with theater workshops, we taught them how to interact with the police, how to go to the doctor, or even pay for the groceries.
Rodriguez-Gonzalez was promoted to Associate Director of Community Partnerships in 2019. Throughout the pandemic, Marcela expanded the reach of her office to provide spaces to educate and feed youth in need. In August 2021, she was promoted to Director of Community Development.
Marcela is one of those rare people that embraces continuous improvement. She's never satisfied with the status quo because she knows the status quo isn't bringing everybody in the community what they need. She's always striving for something better.
Part of my job is create opportunities based on culturally relevant experiences in which families can come and enjoy some time together, while they also get resources about housing, about food, mental health, physical health, and we do it using the arts as a bridge. Last spring, 2022, I won a grant to develop any project I wanted, as long as it expressed the voices of brown and black communities.
The grant provided the opportunity to use the arts to amplify the experiences of a community seldom portrayed on America's theatrical scene. Her concept was to revisit the Puerto Rican families Cleveland Playhouse had served in 2017.
So we wrote a brand new play called A las Nubes, or To the Clouds, which talked about how it is to be a child moving from Puerto Rico to Cleveland and being in the school system in the US. This was the first play commissioned by Cleveland Playhouse in Spanish in 105 years. And then after the show ended, we had a fair of resources for the families. It was an opportunity for healing and restoration for that community that was displaced and now they call Cleveland home.
Marcela Rodriguez-Gonzalez manages the implementation and compliance of federal and locally funded educational programs, which serve an average of 1,400 children daily. She's living her goal of being a community builder, idea maker, and educator.
She's just lovely. The way she embraces her job with all that passion and integrity and intelligence is how she embraces life.
This award has been a reminder from God that I'm in the right path, that the work I do, it may not change the whole world, but I'm changing one life at a time of these students. I'm in the right path, and it only makes me want to be better.
Congratulations, Marcela, on the Distinguished Alumni Award for Early Achievement. We are so proud of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2023 UCM Distinguished Alumni Award for Early Achievement recipient, Marcela Rodriguez-Gonzalez.